Hey everyone! In today's video, we are going to be chatting about my favorite Christmas decor staples. I have a couple things that I use year after year that I wanted to share with you, as well as a couple new pieces. Let's go ahead and get started. First up, I have these two plates from H&M Home, and they were actually having a 40% off sale, I think like 2 weeks ago, which is when I picked up both of these. I got two of the dinner size plates with the sweet little Christmas tree on them, and then two of the salad plates with the deer. The colors in these fit in perfectly with my color palette for the holidays. The colors are a bit more muted on these, which I really like. I got them to style in the cabinets that I have in my breakfast nook area, which is why I only got a few of them. These would be so pretty styled in a wood dish rack in your kitchen if you have one, or on a plate rack. So next up, I wanted to briefly touch on Greenery because many of these items I'm sure you have already seen and heard about already, but I just wanted to spend a brief amount of time on some of my favorites that I use year after year. I do love the Norfolk pine stem. It has always been one of my favorites. Here we have the Hobby Lobby version and also the original A Floral version, which I never buy the A floral version this time of year, to be honest. They raise the prices on them, and I actually pick mine up usually in the month of July. They put them on sale, and that is when I see them the cheapest. There is another version on Amazon, which is the smaller one that you see here. It is still a really nice option, and it is very similar to the Hobby Lobby version and the original A floral version as well. It is a little bit shorter than the other two, but if you are in need of some pine stems right now, I would recommend the Hobby Lobby version or the Amazon version that you see here. One of my biggest tips when it comes to creating a realistic looking garland is that you need a variety of greenery to really make it look natural. I mix in this dried eucalyptus from Etsy, and you can buy a large bundle of this for a relatively good price. I also like to put some juniper picks mixed into my garland as well. I especially like these picks because they are a good price and they are a bit larger. I start with my garland as my base, and then I just layer in all of these different picks in the garland to really give it that gathered and organic look. These ice picks are from Hobby Lobby, and I used them last year in my garland that I put up on my fireplace mantle. This year I am thinking about adding them possibly to my tree. They would also be really pretty if you added them to a wreath. I love how the light reflects off of them. If you already have garlands that you use, these picks and stems would be great pieces to add this year to help bring in some variety and interest to your holiday greenery. I did want to briefly mention the Norfolk pine garland. I do use mine every single year, and I built my collection up over time. I would shop after Christmas sales, and actually July is a really great time to purchase holiday decor because they tend to put it on sale during that month. So that's when I usually pick mine up. I had a mix of the Hobby Lobby and the ones that they used to sell at Kirkland's, but disclaimer, they are not the same, I don't think, anymore. They have a new version of them this year, and it doesn't look anything like the version that I have. So I might try to find the Hobby Lobby ones if you want pine garland. If you like cedar garland, definitely check out this one from Amazon. It is a really great affordable option, and that one that you saw there on my dresser was just one piece of it. It was very full. I do use the My Texas House 9-foot cedar garlands on my staircase, and I know those are hard to come by, so if you are wanting some cedar garland this year, I would really check out that one that I shared from Amazon because it is very similar to the My Texas House one. I pick up a pack or two of these Hearth and Hand napkin rings every year. I use them all over my house as mini wreaths on picture frames. They are also really great to style on peg rails or just little spaces where you want to add some greenery. I did pick up a few new textiles from H&M Home when they were having their 40% off sale, and I am hoping that maybe they will have another sale for Black Friday, and you might be able to find some of the items that I am sharing today on sale then. I picked up 2 sets of these dish towels. So I grabbed the green set and then I also grabbed the burgundy set. And the burgundy is more of a muted color. It is not super bright, which I really liked. What I love about these is that you can mix and match the colors in the patterns to add a very festive touch to your kitchen. I just thought that the pattern was really sweet on both of them, so I went ahead and grabbed those. Adding seasonal dish towels to your kitchen is a really affordable way to bring in that festive touch without spending a ton of money. What I loved most about these 2 dish towel sets was the pattern on them. I just thought that the pear was really sweet and then the pomegranate was still Christmassy while still being subtle. I styled some of mine on my peg rails in my kitchen and then also over on my antique dresser. They add the perfect amount of color and pattern. Adding little accent pieces like these to your home for the holidays keeps the decorating affordable. The green towels could even be used in your home year-round. I am loving floral patterns in my home for the holidays this year, and this is actually one that you could use year round. I love this pillow cover paired with the burgundy Mary pillow that I am going to show you here in just a moment. This is a 20 by 20 size, and they were very good quality. I am very picky about the zippers in my pillows, and these both had very nice zippers in them. I loved the simplicity of this Mary pillow with the simple wording on the neutral background with just the little bit of burgundy color. I also picked up this Happy Holidays pillow cover. It is also a 20 by 20. I just love the simplicity of this pillow cover and I thought the print on it was very sweet. Ribbon is one of my favorite accent pieces to use any time of the year, but I especially love it around Christmas time. I wanted a vintage look for the holidays, and this lace ribbon is one of my favorites. I use it in my home year round. I mentioned before that I am pairing some dusty blue with burgundy and a little bit of dark green for the holidays this year. So this is the combo of ribbon that I came up with. One thing I will say about ribbon is that if you want hassle-free decorating, you are going to want to pick a ribbon that is a chiffon, a satin, or a lace works well. You don't have to worry about a right or wrong side with these kinds of ribbons when you are tying bows, which makes things much easier. Also, when you are picking out your ribbon for the holidays, you want to think about some variation in size. I have just a couple ornaments that I wanted to share with you. The first being these little battery operated candles that I added to my tree last year. They create such a cozy glow on your tree and I really loved them. These do come with a remote, and the remote does have a timer on it for the candles. They do require one AA battery, but I just use rechargeable batteries in mine so I can pop them out if I need to and charge the battery and replace it with a battery that has already been charged. I also do not use all of these candles for my tree. There are quite a few in the box. I found these little paper ornaments on Amazon last year, and what I really loved about them is they have magnets on the inside. So you just clip them together when you're ready to decorate your tree. And then when the holidays are over, you can unclip them and store them flat. I picked up these ornaments from the at-home store last year, and if I can find a link for them, I will certainly share it with you in the description, but I liked these because they add a different shape to my tree. To bring in a bit of the dark green color to my tree, I did pick up a set of these shatterproof velvet ornaments from Amazon. One important thing to remember when you are picking out ornaments for your tree is you want some variation. So variation in size, variation in color, and variation variation in shape. I also have a variation of texture with my ornaments. So here I have the velvet with the wood and the paper. In this week's Cozy Chats, I thought we could dive into some holiday DIY prep together. I actually start working on my DIYs for the holidays long before the holiday season begins. This just helps me to enjoy the process and not feel rushed to cram it all in November. Today, I'm making some cornstarch dough ornaments, and I actually shared this recipe in a fall video, so I will link that video here for you. The recipe is also on my blog, so I will link my blog in the description. I have a whole bunch of different cookie cutters in different shapes and sizes. Both of these sets I picked up on Amazon, so I loved the scallop detail on the oval ones, and that came in a couple different sizes. And then I also wanted to pick up this goose, and I have some really cute ideas for this, so stay tuned. My girls actually helped me on this day, so there are a couple ornaments on the tray that they made as well. This is what the dough looks like after it has been cooked on the stove and cooled. So I recommend rolling your dough out on your countertop. Do not use parchment paper when you are rolling the dough out because it can make crinkles in the dough. I rolled my dough out to about a 1/4 inch, maybe just a little bit thicker than that. You do want them to be on the thicker side just because if you make them too thin, that they are more likely to crack. Once you get all of your ornaments cut out, you will want to place them on a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. The cookie sheet will allow them to dry evenly, and the parchment paper will keep them from sticking to the cookie sheet. Also remember to take a straw to poke a hole in the top for hanging before the drying process begins. We are going to finish these up in next week's video, so I hope you'll come back and join me. I will also be sharing all of my holiday DIYs for the 2025 season. As always, I hope that you got some inspiration for your home. If you are new here, I hope you will subscribe and stay a while. I look forward to seeing you all next week.